Yo, welcome back to my little corner of the internet here on the YouTubes. Coming to you live from pulling out from my garage. I'm heading on my way into town to do, my job. The way I pay my bills and stuff. And it's not the most fun, but it is what it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Central Texas. It's very 68, says my car. Obviously, you can tell it's very sunny. It's 3:33. Hey, you know what that means. Keep thoughts positive. Good things around the corner. Keep thoughts positive. Good things around the corner. So here I am, keeping my thoughts positive. Because good things around the corner. It's happy 2023. I've been meaning to make a little happy 2023 video. Way, bye old, hello new type thing. And I've been busy. I've been busy with my family. I've been busy out here on the road doing, doing what I do. I had to grab my chocolate that fell on the dash. I got this really delicious, I guess it's kind of hard to see, but it's unroasted dark chocolate and pink sea salt. Yum, yum. Thank you. That was a stocking stuffer from my brother and sister-in-law. So kindly hooked it up with the good, delicious chocolate. I'm so grateful. I have so much chocolate. I love it. Let's see what's been going on. Life update. Well, I got 20 minutes here before I get into town. Even though, it's 20 minutes. The sun is really bright, and that's awesome, and I love it. Sweet. My parents came down for the holiday for Christmas, and that was a that was a shit show in itself. Really, it's hilarious how that winter storm, bomb cyclone, whatever it was, hit hard, man, like real hard. And their flight got delayed out of Detroit, and so they had to stay an extra day in Detroit, but they couldn't really go anywhere because they're both from Detroit. So it's like, we can go check out the hometown, see what's going on or whatever. They were like, nah, man, we couldn't even get across the street. It was so bad. Like, we just kind of stayed in the hotel room and ordered some DoorDash and hope for the best. I was like, well, that was your best option, really. Oh man, all these hawks and birds. Texas has an influx of amazing amounts of large birds. But anyway, their flight got delayed and they finally made it down here. And the entire time they were here, my Airbnb got canceled, so I couldn't even, because I'm only an hour and a half away from my brother and sister-in-law's, and that's where they were going, because that's the Dallas airport's closer to them. They live in the Metroplex. So, man. Trying to get down or up there was kind of a challenge. My daughter's dorm, we had to go in there and save everything because pipes burst because of the freezing cold. Oh yeah, in case anybody didn't know, it was like 18 degrees in Texas for like a week, which is unheard of. So unheard of. They were like, what the actual? People were just going nuts. It was crazy. Our electricity went out. People were just... Okay, so in Michigan, we're going to make jokes that people lose their brain cells when it rains or precipitates or whatever. Oh my God, it gets cold and everybody here loses their mind. It's... They lose their minds. It's just, whoa, like... So yeah, man, it was a challenge. It took probably an hour and 25-minute drive. Took us about 2.5 hours. Pretty much every time we would go up there, we were just late because, we tried, and we'd have a problem. We'd have to stop and take care of the problem, and that was frustrating for everyone. Me and my daughter included, but frustrating for everyone that was waiting for us too, of course. But my parents made it. Everybody got to hang out. We had a good time, even if it was a little stressful, just because there was a lot going on, and we tried to fit a lot of stuff, and we had about almost 2 days less time to fit all this stuff in, so it was just felt cramped, and it was a lot overwhelming, but made it. They're back at home in Michigan, nice and safe. We were kind of praying that they wouldn't, because the whole Southwest fiasco, we were kind of praying that they weren't on Southwest, that like maybe American would like cancel their flight there too, and they'd stay an extra couple days, because the day they left, it was 70 degrees. I was like, welcome to Texas, y'all. They were like, dude, we thought Michigan was crazy. I was like, yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. This place is wild. And that's all I can say. It is wild. Talk about a life shock. It's not just culture shock and environmental shock and financial shock. It's a straight life shock. That's why I've struggled so hard here. I'm doing all right. I'm doing better now that I've moved to, the country and just kind of settled my butt down. But the place I moved to, like, the landlord said that they would fix all this stuff before I moved in. And then I signed a lease before I moved in, because that's what you do. And they never fixed it all. They never came and cleaned. They never came and fixed the stuff. They were supposed to replace the floor. They didn't. So I'm kind of stuck. Because they're like, miscommunication. Sorry, we're not doing that. And I was like, all right, cool. So I have to get to know Texas code, because I have a feeling there's some things that are not up to code in there at all. And it's not my responsibility to take care of that. However, if anybody would like to come and help me and assist me, I have a giant yard you can stay in. And you gotta live off grid, because, sorry, I'm not letting you in my house, because it's getting redone and it's my house. I don't know. I have people that be on here, but shit, I can use some help, that's for sure. Anyway, what else is a life update? Good one. I got a gym membership because I can't use my shower. I don't want to use my shower anyway. Oof, the people who lived in the house I lived in, I got some intel from the neighbors, and they were like, it's a problem down here. Let's just say that I understand why Texas is fighting so hard against illegal immigrants. We're just going to say it like that. They're a real issue. Real issue. And I didn't realize how bad it was, because in Michigan, illegal immigrants are awesome. You want them on your side. They're like super helpful and kind, and they're usually pretty real with you about stuff. And down here is like 180. I've never experienced it, so it's new and different. That's all. New and different. Otherwise, I'm enjoying the nice weather. Now my car says it's 70, even though I'm going 77 miles an hour, so it must be pretty warm. But that sun, you can see it. That sun is no joke, and I love it. It keeps me warm. It keeps me safe. Man, I love it. It's great. Giving me that vitamin D for a whole 2.5 hours a day. What? It's unheard of in Michigan. Unheard of. So let's see what else. Oh, I have been trying to figure out like what my next steps are down here. I mean, New Year, that's what you do usually. January comes through, you get done with the stress of the holidays, which are so stressful for me. Trying to get ready for it and all that. It was hard. There's a lot of wild people out here. It's pretty much all I got with that. And that's bright. I'll turn a little bit, because I don't know if my visor will cover that, but we'll try. I've been just trying to figure out what I need to do next, what I want to do next. So my real dream is to build like a little homestead and a little garden, grow my herbs, things, medicinal items that I can process into usable items. Oh my God, I'm passing a chicken truck. Okay, this is the weirdest shit down here. There's legit chickens packed in, just going down the road. I feel so bad for those chickens at Sanderson Farms. There's feathers. You'll get behind one of them and just be feathers flying everywhere. Like, it's so weird. So weird. But anyway, I'm trying to figure it out, you know, and I'm really struggling here. I'm just being real because I don't have any other way to be. I'm struggling financially, emotionally, mentally, physically. This is a really big life change, and 2022 was honestly one of the hardest years I've gone through since since 2018. April I had my surgery. May I was declared cancer free. I just trying my best, I guess, and it's kind of, I keep coming up short kind of everywhere. So like, I work 7 days a week. I went and applied for some jobs, but they just don't pay as well. Yeah, $15 an hour is nice and all, but it's not going to pay my bills when I'm used to making 20 to 25, sometimes $30 an hour. So it's just, I have to really, really kind of come up with a good plan, I guess. This morning I got an email this morning, and I got you get that like ring in your ear or whatever, like, yes, you should do this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. It's an application to be a part of an energy healing summit, and I'm kind of like, well, what do I really have to offer that everyone else doesn't offer kind of already? I don't really have a group of clients that are proven success stories, so to say, just because my clients are people that I don't really talk to or deal with anymore. They used to be my clients. I kind of let a lot of those people go because I had a realization that a lot of them were just wanting what I offered. This was in Michigan. Wanting what I offered for free instead of understanding that it is an energetic exchange. It's not necessarily money. Shit, bring me a pretty rock, bring me some tea, do a task for me, things like that people just weren't willing to do. They just wanted to take, grab, get. I need. And then when something didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go, they would blame me. And I would be like, whoa, that's not how this works. I did not do your healing. I am a catalyst. I am the assistant. You're doing all the healing, because all healing is self-healing. I am literally just showing you what you can do, how you suggestions of what you should do. Yes, I'm doing energy healing as well, but that's your body being accepting and that energy that I channel and using it for its own self-healing. And a lot of people just don't get that. I wish they did, but they just don't get it. It's really frustrating for somebody like me to try and explain that to them, especially when they constantly interrupt me or they refuse to listen. Like when you tell somebody the same 3 things and they over here doing A, B, and C, and you said, no, it's E, F, and G. Oh, okay. All right, I get it. And they do A, B, and C again. And you're like, listen, it's A, E, F, and G. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, I get it. And they're still doing A, B, and C. And you're like, listen, it's E, F, and G. Oh, yeah, I get it. No, you don't get it, because you'd be doing E, F, and G. Or you'd at least be at D to get to E, F, and G, right? Well, I'm hoping more people will understand that. And maybe I'll meet people that'll understand that here. I don't know. I haven't had the best luck meeting people, to be honest. I don't really spend a lot of time with people. I go to church. A lot of people at church don't really know what to make of me. I've had a couple people talk to me, a couple people befriend me, but we're all busy. We all we have jobs and stuff like that, kids, blah, 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 yappity schmappity. And I guess what I'm looking for is like a deeper connection with people I actually really deeply connect with. And I've struggled my whole life to fit in and find a place where I fit in, where I feel at home, where I feel comfortable, which is probably why I do everything by myself and just live life and do what I do and hope for the best, because I don't fit in my family, that's for sure. Those people, oof. I wonder sometimes if they even like me, let's be honest. Yeah. And people I meet out in the world, you talk to them on like a surface level, but once you get to know them or they get to know you, it's something happens, and that's just what it is. I don't know. It's just been a little bit of a struggle. I have only been down here like 6 months. Well, since mid-July, so yeah, I guess it's about 6 months. It's coming on 6 months. So I don't expect there to be like a whole everything set up and done for me or whatever. It's a building process. But I definitely know there's something I'm supposed to do here. I wouldn't be put here, or I wouldn't have come down here without that knowledge. I wouldn't have felt so called to do such a thing as to literally turn my pretty good life, where I lived pretty well off financially, ran multiple businesses that I can't run in Texas because things aren't legal here in Texas that they are in Michigan. I had a pretty good group of people that I could count on. They weren't the best of friends, but when I needed them, they were there for me. And so that's all I asked for, really. But, none of them talk to me anymore. Not one. I send texts to them every once in a while, and I don't get responses or replies. Or I get, like, one words or something, and it's like they're mad that I left or something, but I'm not living life for everyone else. I've lived my entire life for everyone else. Since a child, it has been my responsibility as the oldest child in my family, with neglectful parents and abusive parents, to take care of my youngers. That included my sibling and my cousins, and eventually included my step-sibling. And then, as I got older, my family tried to convinced me throughout the years that it was my responsibility to care for my father, who had been going downhill very rapidly, mentally and physically, and that it was my responsibility. And getting sick and almost dying a couple of times, having this life-changing surgery where it was like 50-50 if you ever talk again, 50-50 if you ever wake up again, really opened my eyes to none of that shit's my responsibility. Who the fuck am I living my life for? And unfortunately, I wouldn't change this at all for the world, but I did get married and have a child real young. And so I didn't actually live my life for me, kind of, ever. I've been living my life for other people my entire life. I had that realization and went, I gotta do something for me, which is part of the reason I'm down here in Texas. And the other part is because of my daughter. She's going to university down here. Ooh, excuse me. And, requested that I show up for her. And since it's always just been her and I for the most part, what else do I have to do? She was called to go down to this university, and it's not been nothing but good for her. It has been positives, and it was stressful at first because it is the most expensive university in all of Texas. Thanks, kid. And I've struggled my ass off to make sure these things happen for her, but she got close to a full ride. After her first semester, she got approved. So she is very close to a full ride at a $70,000 a year institution. I'm so proud of her and so grateful that she's able to make that happen and to follow her dreams. That's all any parent wants for their children, isn't it? Is for their children to follow their dreams and become something positive, to give back to this world so that they're not just sucking the life force from everyone and everything. That's a real issue. Real issue. I was one of those people. I didn't know any better. Your childhood programming is really, really important, and people just don't understand that. You store it away in your subconscious, and that's how you live on autopilot. Whether you consciously know it's wrong or not, if you don't change your subconscious, you can't fix that. So I'm grateful she took the time to do the healing. She took that gap year to do a lot of healing, a lot of self-introspection to see what she really wanted to do, what she really wanted to go after, and she found it. It actually more like found her is really how it went. I cannot express how grateful I am, even though it's been stressful, even though it's been a real challenge. Some days, some weeks, real challenging, but I wouldn't change it. Sometimes those things make us stronger, greater. But yeah, I was supposed to be down here. I wouldn't have moved down here with my child if I didn't feel called to do it. I would have stayed in Michigan because like I said, I had a pretty charmed life in Michigan. I lived in a really nice apartment on a lake, and loved it, man. I just wake up every day and just look at the nature on my lake, and it was gorgeous, beautiful, and really calming and peaceful. And I wouldn't have lost my cat, my beloved Houdini, who I adored. I mean, adored. That cat adored me, and I adored him. He chose me, though. He was my emotional support animal, and to lose him in 117-degree heat, I didn't find him. I looked for weeks, put notices out, everything. Nothing, man. There's no way that cat's alive unless somebody picked him up. And I sure hope to God somebody did, because he is a good guy. But yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have lost my businesses. I literally have lost half of my income. I've been trying to make it here on half of what I normally make, which is another reason why I'm struggling so much. And of course, that messes with your emotions too. When you're used to being able to buy pretty much what you want when you want, for, not for the, like, I can't just buy giant things, but, I could go to Costco and spend $100, $200 and not worry about it. I can't even get to Costco now. I'm worried about spending $10 too much because my bank account's negative every single month. And I make it because that's what I'm out here doing today. I'm on my way to town, to the city, to make this money happen so that I can pay back. Thank God for overdraft coverage, right? It's just been such a struggle for me, and it's getting better, but it's just so slow that it's messing with me, man. And it would mess with anybody, wouldn't it? Mess with you, wouldn't it? You lost half of your income, and you still had a child that you had to mostly support, and you still had a life you still had to mostly support. I have basic stuff. It's not like I have anything fancy, anything extra. I really have basic stuff. I haven't had a haircut in over 1.5 years. Yeah, my hair looks nice because I take care of it, but it gets caught on everything. I haven't had new shoes, new clothes. All my clothes are falling off me because I'm so stressed out. I'm losing weight and stuff. But hey, what can you do? I gotta make it through this. Making it through this is gonna make me stronger, wiser, and you know what? The right opportunity will show up. And that email this morning I got kind of was like telling me, hey, there's an opportunity here, but it costs money that I honestly don't have. So I'm asking for a little help from the universe, just praying to God that things will work out, and that the money, if that's meant to be for me, it's only like a $200 down payment and maybe $2,000. I could have done that before. So easily. A year ago, I could have made that happen. And that's a struggle. Wow. I'm being extra vulnerable right now. And I know this is a long ass video, but if anybody actually listens to this, I'll be impressed. I don't have the ability to hide and stuff like that. I don't make a ton of videos, but when I do, all I have is what I have, I guess, right? So anyway, yeah, this is getting to be about 25 minutes. It's probably done for me to cut it off, but that sun looks really cool coming through the window, man. That's dope. Well, I gotta take my daughter to the store, and I gotta get this money so I can pay back the $270 my bank account's negative on, and should be interesting. Oy, praying for a miracle. praying for a miracle. It's all I can ask for, and just keep moving forward. So if anybody has any suggestions, want help, I'd be real grateful for that. Thank you. I hope everyone continues to have a blessed day, and I hope your 2023 is amazing, awesome, prosperous, full of love, full of joy, full of peace, full of growth, full of new, positive, happy beginnings. And I hope the same for myself too. Much love and many blessings.